July 6th, I'm at Golf Mill Shopping Center. Pretty much a nearly abandoned mall. They're going to redevelop it, leave the anchor stores, knock everything else down. So I want to do one last video before they rip it all apart. Here's the Golf Mill sign. And this is the intersection of Gulf and Milwaukee Avenue in Niles, Illinois. This mall opened on October 12th, 1960 at Gulf and Milwaukee Avenue in Niles, Illinois. This open-air facility was built by John Cuneo Sr. on 88 acres at the intersection of Gulf Road and Milwaukee Avenue. They owned the mall till 2014. Close-up of Burlington and Target, and I'm gonna go on the entrance in between. Now, I haven't been to this mall in probably 25 or 30 years, and it is close to deserted. You can see that, that's the mall map. And here's some of the things. Most of these anchors will stay. Most of them are no-name stores. I got a Bath and Body Works, that I recognize. Lee Nails, Ultra Beauty. Boy, this used to be so lively, and now it's just dead. It's really just a walking mall. This used to be an entrance, I believe, to get into Burlington, which they've since closed off. It's a lot of entry stores. Even the Target in Burlington don't even feed into the mall anymore. They just keep the doors shut. So these used to be individual small stores, and then they converted this whole area to one massive Value City Furniture, which they also have moved out. Just empty there. They do have a tailor shop, a hair cutting salon. This mall was outdoors initially, and it really thrived really well. So in 1984, it was converted from an outdoor mall to an indoor mall, and it actually did really good. It was actually really busy, and the last, probably ever since COVID, a little bit before, it's really died down. In order to get from this end of the mall to the other, you had to cut through Sears. You can't really even make out, you can make out the S at the end, but Sears had a kind of a nice entrance. It was kind of like this marble look. Oh, so here's a good idea. It even says, customers can no longer access the south and north by cutting through anymore. So Burlington's still there, Target's still there and really big. Now these used to all be stores. They're not anymore. Value City moved out. That's where I am in, which is a former Sears. So I'm gonna have to kind of go out entrance 4 and either walk around. And then this was the main part that I knew, the south end of the mall. There's the theaters up there. And then this is the professional building, which is a 9-story building, which I believe they are gonna tear down as well. So I just wanted to get one last look at this mall before all this gets ripped apart. It's where the air conditioning's, it's working, but barely working. But you can hear it kind of like clicks all the time. A lot of these stores, I can't even tell what they were. Like Value City was easy enough to tell. You just see in these places and they're all just empty. There's that. Like I said, it's just small little mom and pop places now. This has a distinct look, but I don't know what the color scheme, what it was. Wasn't huge. But again, all of this is empty. Man, the 70s, 80s, part of the 90s, this mall was pretty hopping. So there's Value City, that's where I was in. Here's the Sears store you can no longer go through. So this had very unique architecture, very 1970s. Still actually keep up with the plants. Like I said, I can't remember if these were glass or not and had display windows. I vaguely recall that they did, but I'm not really sure. Here's the stone in every other one. That 1970s overhang. I mean, it looks like it could be like an open Sears right now. I mean, it's very clean. So it had two entrances, and Milwaukee's over there. There's Milwaukee. There's the Sears store. A couple of the other stores were there. That's where Chi-Chi's was in the late 1980s, early 1990s. Then it went to a all-you-can-eat bay place, and now it's a Japanese restaurant, I believe. I don't remember outdoor eating, but they must have had it. Actually, I don't think this is open. I was incorrect. See it there? Oh, here's what I thought it was. Sarku, Japan. Here's the food court. So in 1986, they added the food court. There's not much left to it now. Sarku, Japan. The main restaurant over there is empty. They have a Joy Korea over there. And actually where Alta is here, this originally opened up as a Levi's store. It was kind of strange because it was in a food court, but they said they'd get more traffic that way, which probably made sense. But I do remember that the food court where the Alta sign is went further in this way, and there was a Boardwalk Fries. So they're keeping the bathrooms up, which is pretty good. They're very clean. Yeah, all these old restaurants. Nothing really left. Just some pipes, and that's about it. I remember when the food court opened, this was a Taco Bell right at the corner. They actually did a really good business. It's kind of funny. I don't know what you'd really share, but it'll be on YouTube. Oh, this is one of those yogurt places where you pay by weight and then add your toppings. You can see by the things back there. So the machines were 2 flavors each. I don't remember what stores were here. The ones I do, I will put in and mention. So this was like the central area. This used to have a huge fountain in the middle. Penny's is down there, and then Sears is down here. This used to be Rogers and Holland's. I remember that. So we'll go down by the Sears where we left off before. This looks like it might have been one of those portrait places. 759, don't know. Have an information booth, but nobody there. So there's cool door handles. It's just so quiet in here. It's kind of amazing. They do have a Bath and Body Works that's open. Smells good. And right next door to it, it looks kind of like not a thrift store, but Health Korea. Different stuff. The whole other side is not one store open. Maybe a Limited was here. Kind of has that look. Noka, another clothing store. There's a few things here, but nothing like retail. So here's the other end of the Sears that you used to have to cut through. So where I left the other video, I was here. You used to be able to cut straight through. The mall's not as big as I remember it, which is fine. This used to be Gloria Jeans. I remember this. They were always pretty well themed. You can see the remnants of the coffee beans there. The last special board. They still have the tables out here. We have a travel agency here. All the way down here is all, there used to be stores, but it's all empty now. It was a really nice mall, especially when they remodeled it to indoor. They did a really good job. And it did well. It wasn't because they remodeled it. This must have been a salon. You can see the, see where they wash the hair. Let's go down the 4 corridors. But there was a Niles Grill here. It's a Greek gyros place. He had really good food. And he was here from near the beginning. A whole bunch of stuff left. Niles Teen Center, so they're just repurposing what's already here. Place for kids to hang out. I don't know if this is actually here. Oh, located near Central Court. Store. Again, must have been a clothing store. I think those are changing rooms. That was the side we did a little while ago. And these are all empty over here. They have all the few stores that are left advertising. I remember Kenny's Shoes used to be here, Tom McCann. When it was an outdoor mall even. I mean, like every store was filled. It was always hopping, even though it was indoor and outdoor. Or mostly outdoor, I should say. Just the department stores were indoors. You'd get into the stores through the outside. Hopefully you know what that means. It was an outdoor mall converted to an indoor. I'm not remembering what this could have been. I don't think it was Cinnabon. Well, it's a beauty shop that's actually, I guess, still open. Here's the old Rogers and Hollins. And there again is where the fountain was. So we'll go down this swing, then down by Penny's, and then that'll wrap it up. I do want to see if I can get in the professional building. So we got to pick up the pace a little bit here. Can't tell what this was. Sometimes by the advertising you can tell. But I'm kind of at a loss. They all kind of look the same once they're abandoned. Unless you see a color or something. That one had like little marble in the tile. Very narrow store though. Well, this was an indoor golf driving range. This almost looks like it might still be open. Yeah, because they even have the balls on there. So that's still open. Martial arts. That looks like it's open as well. Little kids play area. It actually looks really clean. Probably because nobody's here, but that obviously was Lee Nails. School of Cosmetology. I'm not sure if it's open. It looks like it might be. It's kind of hard to see through the glass. Oh, I smell the popcorn, so we're at the movie theater. I've never seen this part. Kind of neat. Kind of see in here. Twisters. The theater's back there around the back. Coming up the other side now. Oh, that's supposed to be a Starbucks? No. I got a sign up there for Starbucks. But I don't think it is. Screen golf. That's the indoor golf thing over there. It's another mom and pop store. So they have released the redevelopment. I don't know what this was. This looks like another jewelry store. It's based on the cases. Auntie Anne's, maybe? Gold store. Wig store. Oh, here's Family Piano. That looks like happened in place. It's all well kept up. All different stores. This would be like a magic Pokemon kind of place. You can see there's just nothing really open here. And as you get further down, it gets less and less populated. They must have had vending machines over there. Vision Works is doing all right. Nobliss Studios. Relax Spa. So this will stay Ross with the redevelopment. Now down here is where it went to the National Store, which later became A&P, Butera, Save-A-Lot. And this used to all be outdoors, but so we'll see if we can get in the place. Professional building. Four Seasons Nails. Well, they do have a store down here. That doesn't even look like it's open. This looks like a comic book store. And you can see the professional building. I don't know if those dimples were a play on the name of Golf Mill, or if it was just kind of a design that just kind of fit it well. Not a lot left in the professional building. Let's see if it'll let us even go up. And it does. Old time buttons there. I'm just gonna go to the 9th floor and see if it'll even let me out. Doesn't even light up. Oh, there it does. And it's a circular building, so. They got it closed off on this section. So all the offices, they're not pie-shaped, but kind of see it. I was hoping you could see out the window in one of them. I doubt any of them are open, yeah. Oh, this section, they got pretty well closed off. We'll go down a floor. Got the old mail chute here. Goes all the way down to the 1st floor. Oh, the water fountain still works. I'm surprised. Let's see what's on the 8th floor. I want one that goes all the way around. Oh, this one might be better. Let me get the camera a little better adjusted there. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could kind of see out over the thing out there. I'd like to be able to see over the parking lot and the area. This one just has some attorneys on the floor. It's pretty well locked up, so I'm just gonna go back to the lobby, finish by JCPenney's and then the last wing and wrap up the video. Just going through JCPenney's. Let's see if I can film through here. They have a salon. Actually, looks pretty well laid out. was gonna go through the one entrance and out the other. They used to have escalators. Oh, they do have them still. It's coming down from the second floor. So this is leaving JCPenney's. I just did a quick little tour. I didn't know if they'd throw me out. They really don't like you filming in there probably, but I didn't film anybody or anything close up, so. Here's Ross that took over some stores, which will stay. Like I said, I think they said they're taking out the professional building, so. So I think it's gonna take, phase one will be sometime next year, probably be the end of the year, 2025. And then phase two will be 2026. And that's if they get started soon. They do have nice chairs, or nice benches. Even the individual kiosks are even closed. I think that's where the comic book store used to be, and then they moved. Oh, it's like a game room. They're all set up for different game tournaments. Just trying to make out the name of this one. You can see where the paint was up there. Sometimes see the name, but I cannot make it out. And then we're back at the suit exchange. Here's where the fountain used to be. This will all be ripped apart. The dome looks really nice still. Some of the last few stores here. It's sad because the mall, I mean, it looks like it's in really great shape. Just malls are dying, I guess, so. And back to the food court, which looks like they cut it in half, because where Alta was the other half. Alta looks like it's thriving and in good shape. Golf Mill Shopping Center. So this is now a Burlington store. In 1985, this was built as a Main Street department store, which is a 2-story building. And this is on the land where the Mill Run Playhouse was previously located. A couple years later, in 1989, Main Street was bought out and this was converted to a Kohl's. Up until maybe 2 years ago, this was a Kohl's. And now it's a Burlington coat factory. I think that's what they still call it. The sign just says Burlington, but Chick-fil-A was added a couple years ago in one of the outlets in the parking lot. Maybe this has been here 2, maybe 3 years. Here's the entrance to Burlington. So this is the far north side of the mall. And this is mall entrance number 4. 1998 saw the addition of a 1-story Target on this side of the land. So this is like the newer sections, which they had some new development done in the last 10, 15 years. Target there took up a lot of what used to be little small stores. Here's the Sears, which I believe closed maybe 2020, somewhere around there. I'll put a note if I have the wrong date up there. And down from the Sears store, this was a Sears Auto Repair Center. Had a couple dock doors, actually probably 8 or 9. We'll go look on the side there. Die-hard batteries, pretty much anything your car needed at the time. They still have this old Die-hard battery sign. Someone messed up that guy's mustache though. It's actually a bigger building than I thought. It actually has a few more doors than I thought too. It has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 doors. Someone else is using it right now, but you can see it had a pretty big lobby. They had tires, shocks, brakes. So I'll continue going around the building now. Sears store, which is going to be demolished when they revamp the store, or revamp the shopping center, into pretty much just anchors only. This is where hardware was. You'd walk in, all the craftsman's tools would be there. And also here's the docks if you had like large deliveries. You'd actually pull up here and get your deliveries. I actually thought this section was smaller. Maybe it's because the theaters are coming up that took some of it. So Woolworth was over here. AMC Showplace. This was built as another 12-screen multiplex in 2006. And then AMC took it over sometime after that. There are cars here, so maybe it is still open. Oh, they actually have IMAX here too. Now, part of the renovation, this is supposedly going to be torn down. They're not going to keep the theater, so. That tower over there is 90 feet tall. That's going to be demolished as well, or is planned to be. That's a professional building, medical, dental, law firms. This corner started out as a National, then became an AMP, a Butera, and then a Save-A-Lot. Since it's been emptied or abandoned. Go over here. I don't know when this was built, but this was a Circuit City, which has been gone for 20 plus years. Then it was an off-track betting, but that's since closed down as well. So it's just another abandoned building that they'll probably knock down. Continuing on, we have a JCPenney's. So this was originally the Lord's building. It was a store I've never really heard about before, a department store. Originally a one-story building. It was taken over by JCPenney's, which converted it to a two-story building and opened it in 1966. This area over here, there was a JCPenney's auto center. Obviously JCPenney's is there. And the auto center was somewhere over here. I think it was closer to me than the buses, but see by the arc of that was an old movie theater. So in 1961, this was built as a Golf Mill Theater. It was converted to 2 screens in 1969, and then converted to 4 screens in 1973. So this isn't actually on property, but it's across the street. But this used to be an IHOP for many, many years, and now it's a Niles Grill. Still open at least. They're on vacation right now, but it's kind of crazy that this IHOP was here for so long. Now where Gordon's is over there, that used to be the Golf Mill Bowling Alley. Here's the Milwaukee side of JCPenney's. So next to Penney's, it used to all be stores in between Penney's and Sears, but now there's more anchors, and that's what they're gonna leave is the anchors. But here's a Ross. A lot of buses in here. They do have a Panera on the outside. Here's Alta. Now the funny thing is, this used to be the food court, this area over here. And this Sarku Japan used to be a Chi-Chi's Mexican restaurant till they went under. So we're coming back up on Sears. Now the neat thing about this Sears is it was not an anchor, it was actually in the middle of the mall, so you had to go through Sears in order to get to the other side of the mall, which now I think you have to go on the outside. But here's Sears, and this will be ripped down and demolished as part of the renovation because they don't need the building anymore. I believe where those bricks are, there used to be actually windows for them to display stuff. And the old mill pond was over here too as well, which I'll insert a picture in the top right. And this used to be Value City Furniture. So this concludes my video of what remains of Golf Mill Shopping Center. It's going to be all mostly torn down, just leaving the anchor stores. Even the professional building's supposed to come down. So hope you enjoyed the video. My hair's kind of messed up there. If you did, click the like button, click subscribe to see more content like this. Thanks for watching.